Now, I have taught scouts how to do this for many years. In the 5 years as Cubmaster, I've always known how to start a fire, because before I was Cubmaster, I had to learn. I learned as an adult, going on a camping trip. Our matches got wet, no one had a lighter, and we needed to cook dinner. I had just bought this cool little survival guide at Walmart, and inside, there's a flint, steel, and a wad of cotton, and a list of instructions. Pulled out those instructions, read them, and got a fire started. Now, it's a simple thing for me. But would any of you be able to start this fire?
Don't touch it.
The 5 steps to starting a fire: safety, because as scouts, everything we do, we think safety first. You identify and gather. Prepare what you've gathered. You spark your flint, and then you blow and feed.
What's feed?
The Guide to Safe Scouting has lots of valuable information inside regarding campfires and scouting. There's a lot more information online. Now, the wise Scouter mom online has listed these rules for Cub Scouts and fire safety. The first rule is follow the rules of your campsite. Sometimes there's burn bans. Don't burn a fire. Before building your fire, clear an area of 10 feet. You don't want any of your gear melting or catching fire. Don't build a fire under shrubs or low-hanging tree limbs, because the heat alone can catch it on fire. Don't light the fire until you have permission from an adult. Wise words, right? Never leave a fire unattended. If you light a fire, you stay with that fire until it goes out, or until someone else takes responsibility for it. Don't make a fire too big. What goes in a fire stays in a fire. Reach into a fire, you get burned. Don't poke the fire needlessly or throw things into a fire. You only place things.
That's because it will make the air dirty.
Always have the means to extinguish the fire. Water, sand, dirt. Easy things. And make sure your fire is dead out before you leave. That means you can put your hand in that fire pit and not get burned. If you can't, it's still too hot. Why do we follow these rules? Because no one is fireproof. Now, moving on. Now that we've covered safety, now we're going to go through identify and gather. You need 3 things: tinder, kindle, and fuel. Not chemical fuels, wood fuels, solid fuels. So tinder is super skinny. And it's about as long from your thumb to your pinky finger. Usually dry grass is great for this. You bundle it up, and you take about 2 handfuls of it. Kindling is about the size of your thumb. Small sticks and twigs, and usually about the size of your forearm, the length of your forearm. And you need enough to bear up. The fuel, those are your big sticks. Logs, split logs, or you can find branches about the size of your wrist and about as long as your arm. And that you need a stack about the size of your, about up to your knee. Okay? Now, the next step is prepare. So you prepare these things for your fire. The first thing you're going to do is build a nest with your tinder. build a little bird's nest. Then you're going to build a teepee with your kindling. But you're going to leave this opening big enough for you to fit that nest into. And then your fuel. You're going to leave it stacked up, but you're going to have it close by so that you can add it as needed. Now, our next step is to strike. So you're going to take your bird's nested tinder and you're going to place your flint aimed at the center of your nest. You're going to take your steel and you're going to place it right there, right by your hand, and you're going to pull back on the flint while pushing down with the steel. Because the more materials you scrape off that flint, the stronger your spark is going to be. Now, you saw a spark, and that spark is going to hit your tinder. And when it hits your tinder and it's still glowing, you're going to blow. And that's where we get the blow from. You blow on it. As you're blowing on the spark, you're going to see the tinder catch fire. It'll smoke, and then you'll start to see flames. When you see flames coming off of your tinder, you add it into the teepee of your kindling. When the kindling starts catching fire, that's when you start adding your fuel. Now, you can teepee your fuel right on top of your kindling, or you can build a chimney around your teepee, like this one here. Okay? 4 logs. Now that chimney, it all draws air, catches fire. Now if you follow all those steps, what do you got?
Fire.
You got a campfire. So that's 5 steps to starting your campfire using flint and steel.
Do it.
And remember your rules, because those safety rules are your most important thing, because it keeps you safe so you can still have fun. Thank you guys.